To a championship or a title that is a lot less relevant than this topic. It has been announced that WWE has officially retired the 24/7 championship this past week on Raw. Nikki Cross won the championship and proceeded to attempt to throw the belt in the garbage. She completely missed it, even though she was like a layups. All she had to do was lay it in, bro. Like you was right. You
Word.
was right there anyway. But
They had the audacity to save the clip and post it. Why would you
right.
do
Like,
that?
just disrespectful. Come on now. But yeah, if you go on WWE's official website, it says that the 24/7 championship had a life from 2019 until 2022, which means that the championship is now defunct. Dana Brooke went on Twitter and kind of let off some steam. And we're not going to be talking about her tweets, but I did want to know your opinion on the 24/7 championship being retired.
I think everyone wanted to see that belt retired a long time ago. I don't think anyone was excited when we first saw the belt. They tried to present it as the hardcore title, and it was never going to be it. It was never
Mm.
going to be it. It was never going to be as fun. I think the only time it was fun was when Carmella and R-Truth were running around with it. That was the most interest I ever had in that belt. And that ship came and sailed. But there was no growth with that belt. It wasn't a belt where once it was placed on someone that it elevated them, it did something for their career. Um, it was more or less like a tidbit. Again, it
Right.
only mattered when R-Truth was taken around doing media stuff with it because he's a character. It's attached to R-Truth. Of course, you're going to care for anything he does. But for Dana Brooke, I mean, damn, I almost feel a little bit bad for her. I know I call her useless and all that stuff on the podcast, maybe more than a few times, but I felt a little bit bad for her because people like her, while I do think she's useless, I do see her clawing, I do see her trying. She has no, I mean, so serious because she
I
does
know. I
try.
know
She's
you
just not
are.
good at it. It's like with Lana. Lana was trying really hard, but she just wasn't good at anything. you know
Jesus
like
Christ.
you give Dana Brooke a role, she will like give it her all. It's just
Right.
there's just nothing there. But she has lost weight. She has tried being put together with many different blondes. She was paired with Charlotte, she was paired with Mandy, she was paired with the boys, and she was an assistant before. She'll take any role, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how cringe. She'll drop out as many times as possible. That's one thing I'll respect about Dana Brooke, because she'll take her role and accept it,
Mm.
because she's willing to claw to the top. So I feel just a hair bad for her that she finally got something.
Right.
And then they try to pull a Lunder Blaze with this and have Nikki Cross not even drop it into the trash can, miss the trash can, and they still replay the video. Like, my title wasn't even good enough to even
Make
replay
it
the
into the
gimmick
trash.
and put
Right.
it in the trash. It was botched on the way in and it was botched on the way out. That's the best way to describe that title. A huge botch, an experimental failure. It needed to go. Like, gone, dead.
Mm.
Like, shut the casket. We don't need it. And to run it back to how what we commented on our last podcast, I do think that that's the perfect time to just insert the mid card title. Just
Mm.
insert the mid card title while we can, because that
Mm.
title wasn't doing nothing for nobody in no division. What do you think about it?
So on the while I agree uh with the fact that the 24/7 championship was really very gimmicky and kind of served a more of a comedic entertainment centric purpose. Man, the stuff that R Truth did with that 24/7 championship, that was his championship. That was his baby. I just looked it up. Apparently, R Truth has had 53 reigns with the 24/7 championship. 53. And so for you to have 53 reigns with any championship and to make it as comedic and as entertaining and as riveting as you did, I feel like what the 24/7 championship did do successfully was reveal how much of a goat R Truth is, because he literally took that belt and elevated it in a way that only he can. And I think that, like, I feel like that's really, what it comes down to. I feel like the 24/7 championship was never something that I took to be like a US or an intercontinental championship. But, I feel like it served its purpose. You know what I mean? Like, you try and you fail. There have been other championships in the WWE that have been short lived that, you try it, and it runs its course. You have the European Championship that was prestigious in its own right and used and put on TV for so many years, and I feel like they're going to bring that back with NXT Europe. You have the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship, which once again short-lived, something during the Attitude Era, not really something that was really tapped into again until the early 2000s with the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. But I feel like the 24/7 title served its purpose. You know what I mean? It was fun. We got good segments out of it. We got our truth. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think that it served its purpose, and I think that we just need to move on from it. It's I feel like the 24/7 title does not have a place under the rule of Triple H at all. And so I think that them retiring this championship was the correct thing to do.